Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy here at Prairie Sports Village. And we're testing and reviewing the Titleist 718 MB iron. I've got the 7, the 4 and the Wedge. If you want to see all of the Titleist reviews, you can click that eye up in the corner. All 6 of the irons that they've just brought out have been reviewed. Now the MB, the muscleback, the smallest member of the family, the most precise and the one that has not changed for as long as I can remember. This is the ultimate blade. This is all about precision, looks and feel. This is aimed at the best of the best golfers. Even tour players opt to go for more forgiveness. I'm looking forward to hitting this. Titleist again will actively say they've not changed the design of this much at all. They've slightly changed the head shaping ever so slightly, but unless you really studied the 2 heads between 716 and now 718, I really think it would be hard to spot the difference. The lofts are very weak, so this is a 35 degree 7 iron, sits in the same category as the CB iron. I've got all of these Titleist irons in X100 dynamic gold shafts. I'm hitting them on GC quad with Real Pro V1s. Wow. That is a beauty of a blade. That is so slender and slim. And that has come out very, very nicely. It's never going to hit longer distances. I'm not expecting it to. But what I'm kind of showing here is the flight that you'll get, the spin characteristics, the way the ball will stop. That is the shortest iron so far at 161 for the 7 iron. It spun much closer to 7,000. You can see the strike location there, a hair away from the center line. I think if I went any further away from the center than that, that's going to feel horrible, that shot. Let's see if I can find center a little bit more. Tell you what, it doesn't half focus your attention. You really have to focus where you're hitting on this club face. It's actually a missed green. It's the first missed green I think I've hit with the 7 irons today. Slightly pulled left. It felt absolutely superb, absolutely middled it that time. 172 carry, but that's a pulled shot, so it's always going to go a little bit further. Just came out a little bit low, a little bit left with the face. Yeah, a little bit closed with the face there. Again, you don't get any help. There's no forgiveness on this, and there's no offset at all. That's more in the middle. That is straight down the neck. But you can see there, out of all of the tests, if you've seen all the reviews, they're the 3 wildest, most different golf shots I've hit with any of the golf clubs today. Because you just don't get a lot of help at all. I mean, it looks great and it feels superb when hit in the middle, but there's just no added extra help there. It's such a beauty. I mean, this is really still made. I don't quite, I mentioned it with the CB, I don't know why they're bringing this golf club out every 2 years. For me, the MB and the CB should be probably more on a 5-year cycle, because it's not changing and it doesn't need to change. It's just classic. It is what it is, and there is a hardcore fan base that still love the MB, who want it just to stay traditional. They don't need to keep changing it. 166 carry there, but we saw the second one, it went a little bit further. Spin rate, I'm just going to take that kind of second one out a little bit, because it went left and the spin rate came out really low just because the face was more left. Spin rate is nearer to 6.5. When I do take that middle one out, take that pull one out, put that pull one in, it's more like 6.4. So yeah, I mean, good hits, high, very high, 34 yards up in the air, and really good stopping power, because that descent angle is nearer to 50 degrees on the way down. So it's going to stop super quick link with that loft. It's just that it's hard to get 3 consistent golf shots with it, if I'm honest with you. Very difficult. Okay, so moving into the 4 iron. Now this is where things are going to get very interesting. This is tiny. This is the blade of the blade iron. Loft for the 4 iron is 24 degrees. So again, it's got a little bit of generous loft on the 4 iron. It looks unreal. I mean, if you were to show a specimen of an iron to someone who had never played golf before and talked about how golf clubs are an art form, this is what you would show them. Because it is that unbelievably gorgeous looking. Let's give this a hit. Wish me luck, ladies and gents, wish me luck. So 4-iron off the deck. I've absolutely ripped it. I've absolutely ripped it. I'm not going to lie to you, I had to concentrate very hard then. I had to put all my attention on where the middle of the golf club was, but that has come out brilliantly. 203 carry for the 4-iron there, and it's just flown like a rocket. Oh, I can't wait to hit it again now. Middled of middled. You can see where that strike location was. Right, not that scary. Let's give it another go. He says confidently. Full attention on this. Oh, ow. That really hurt. That was way off the bottom. And again, this is just, when you get this bladed, when you get this small a head, you have to be perfect. That's a good 12 yards short and a big horrible weak shot to the right. Just because I caught it off the bottom, you'll see strike location there. It's actually not that far off the bottom, weirdly enough, but it certainly felt like I'd nearly missed the thing. Let's go one more. I feel like I'm going to shape this one in there. Try and hit a little fadey one just to the left of the green and cut it back in. Feels like that's what it's more suited to be able to do with that smaller head design. Didn't quite fade, but that was absolutely middled. When you catch this middle, it is just brilliant. It's just as good a golf shot, as a good feeling as you will get hitting a golf ball ever. But trying to find that middle is not the easiest. You also need a tremendous amount of club head speed to be able to get a golf club like this working. Because if you don't quite generate the speed, you're not going to get the height and the shot shape you need. I'm going to go one more for that fadey shot into that green. There she is. There she is. Oh, first time ever holding one. First time. I'll take that every day. It kind of gives me that feeling that I can work it a little bit. I can move the ball a fraction more. Just from the head design, it just gives you that freedom to be able to achieve shots like that. I won't read too much into the number there because I was playing a little bit about with the shot as well. But it's averaging carry distance at 200. Spin rate's good at 4.5. Just for me, it's not about the distance or the numbers at all from this type of iron. It's about the feel and the response you get from the shots. That's what you're really measuring this result on, and whether you're consistent enough at striking the middle of the club face to make a club like this remotely work. Let's move back to pitching wedge, which is now 47 degrees of loft. So for me, the pitching wedge is just the absolute icing on the cake for a Titleist MB iron, because it just looks superb. It's so bladed, it's so like good looking, it's very small, no offset. I'm 130 yards away here. I'm expecting to hole at least one of these. Tiny bit right of target, but came out lovely. Just gives me a lot of precision. I just feel like I'm going to be able to guide and hit the shot that I want to hit with the lofty clubs with an MB and a CB iron. Come on, let's try and hold one. First time ever holding one. Loads of height, not loads of spin, 9.5 spin. Tiny bit left. I've got the flag surrounded on this. That's left and right, both great for distance. Love the softness of the feel and the sound, and just the precision of the wedges is really what separates the MB from the rest of the family line. Let's go one more. Straight down the middle on this one. We're going to box it. There she is. Right down it. Break the flag. Oh, a bit long actually. Adrenaline kicked in. So, looks-wise, you just cannot beat this iron. I think it's so unbelievably simplistic. I really do believe that MBs only should come out every 5 years. I should only have to put up with trying to hit such a bladed iron every 5 years. Every 2 years is a bit too extreme. I do love hitting them, and I do love experiencing the MBs, but for me, these are for the most skilled golfers in the world. That's where these golf clubs sit. And for guys who probably shouldn't be maybe even playing with them and just wants the looks. MB iron, they are superb. They are so sensational looking, but really should come out every 5 years, not every 2, because you can't pack any more technology into this. If you want to see all of the Titleist 718 reviews, you can click the link up here in the corner. All 6 irons are available to watch from the MB, CB, AP2, AP1, AP3, TMB, and then the, what's the other one? That's it, all 6. Guys, stay tuned, lots more to come. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reviews. Also subscribe to the channel by clicking the big red button. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.